Hi everyone. Hope you all are good. We are here for grade 9 math. So you can find all the lessons on aplusstudents.com. You have to log in there using your email address and password as provided by the administrator. Then you have to select math from the subject tab. Scroll down to grade 9 and then click on view all lessons. So there you can find a list of the chapters. We're going to start with the chapter number sequences. And the lessons we're going to cover from the chapter are evaluate variable expressions for number sequences, number sequences mixed review, and write variable expressions for geometric sequences. So please make sure you have your notebook and pencil so that you can note down the important examples and definitions as well, right? So let's just start with the first lesson, that is evaluate variable expressions for number sequences. So basically what we are going to do, we are given with the variable we are given with the variable expressions, we have to evaluate them, right? For example, we are given with the variable expression that is -2 and -2. Please make sure you have your notebook and pencil so that you can note down the important examples and definitions as well, right? Okay, so you are given with the number, we are given with the variable expression that is -2 and -2. You have to find the first five terms of the sequence, right? Calculate the first five terms of the sequence, and the first term you are given is n equals 1, right? So let's just see how do we calculate the first five terms, right? Okay, so if the first term is n equals 1, so for the first one n equals 1, just replace the n in the expression with 1. -2 times 1 minus 2, so that would be -2 times -2, that would be negative. That means the first term in the in this sequence is -4. Let's just calculate the second one, n equals 2. Replace the n with 2. -2 times 2 minus 2. That would be -4 minus 2. So that is -6. That means the next term in the sequence is -6, right? Then you have n equals 3. So it would be -2 times 3 minus 2. -6 minus 2, that would be -8, right? Okay. The next one is n equals 4. Replace the n with 4. So -2 times 4 minus 2. So that would be -8 minus 2. That means the next one is -10, right? Then the next one is n equals 5. So that would be -2 times 5 minus 2. So that would be -12. So the sequence is -4, -6, -8, -10, and -12. So basically, when you are given with the variable, when you are given with the variable expression, that's how you evaluate the sequence, right? The lesson is about you are given with the variable expression, you have to evaluate the, you have to calculate the sequence, right? So that's how you can calculate the sequence, right? Just put different values of n in the variable expression and you can calculate the, you can find the sequence, right? Okay, let's just go to A plus and do practice questions. Evaluate variable expressions for number sequences. Let's just start with the first test questions. Okay, find the first four terms in the sequence defined below. Write n, where n represents the position of a term in the sequence. Start with n equals 1, right? So we have to start with n equal 1. You are given with the mathematical expression or variable expression that is 2 times 2n, right? Okay, it is 2 times 2n. the first you have to start with n equals 1, right? Let's just start. Replace the n with 1. 2 2 exponent 1, right? So 2 exponent is 2. 2 exponent 1 is 2. 2 times 2, that would be 4. That means the first term in the sequence is 4. Now for the second one, replace the n equals 2. Put n equals 2. 2 times 2 square. So 2 square means you need to do 2 times 2. 2 times 2 is 4 and 4 times 2 is 8. So the second term in the sequence is 8. Got it? Okay, the next one is n equals 3. Replace the n with 3. So it is 2 times 2 exponent 3. 2 exponent 3 means you need to evaluate 2 times 2 times 2. So that would be 8. 8 times 2 is 16. The next term in the sequence is 16. Right? For the next one, put n equals 4. Right? So that would be 2 and 2 times 2 exponent 4. Right? So that would be 2 exponent 4 means you need to do 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. So that would be 2 times 2 is 4, 4 times 2 is 8, 8 times 2 is 16, 16 times 2 is 32. So the sequence is 4, 8, 16 and 32, right? The correct option is option number 2, 4, 8, 16, 32 is the correct option. Got it? Okay. Find the first four terms in the sequence defined below, where n represents the position of a term in the sequence. Start with n equals 1. Okay, let's just start with n equals 1. The expression is negative 5n minus 1. Okay, start with n equals 1, right? Negative 5 times 1 minus 1. So 5 times 1 is negative 5 minus 1, that is negative 6. So the first term is negative 6. Got it? Okay, for the second one, replace the n equals 2. Negative 5 times 2 minus 1. That would be negative 10 minus 1. So that would be the second term of the sequence is negative 11, right? Okay, then now let's just put n equals 3. So negative 5 times 3 minus 1. Negative 5 times 3 is negative 15 and negative 15 minus 1 is negative 16, right? For the fourth, just put n equals 4. So negative 5 times 4 minus 1. That is negative 20 minus 1. That is negative 21. So it is negative 6, negative 11, negative 16 and negative 21, right? So the correct option is option number 1, negative 6, negative 11, negative 16 and negative 21. Got it? Okay, find the first three terms of the sequence defined below, where n represents the position of a term in the sequence. Start with n equals 1. So which option is the correct one? Which is the correct sequence? Just replace n with different values 1, 2 and 3, right? So it would be, which is the correct option? You can evaluate and write down the answer in the chat box. That would be the second one. 3, 9 and 27 is the correct option. Find the first three terms of the sequence defined below, where n represents the position of a terms in the sequence. Start with n equals 1. So which is the correct option? The correct option is the correct option is 5, 10, and 15. Option number 2 is the correct option. Very good. Find the first four terms of the sequence defined below where n represents the position of the term in the sequence start with n equals 1. So which is the correct option? The correct option is option number 1 is the correct one. Very good. That would be 6, 12, 24, and 48. That is the correct option. Okay, find the first three terms of the sequence defined below where n represents the position of a term in the sequence start with n equals 1. So which is the correct option? The correct option is option number 2 is the correct one, right? That would be 12, 36, and 108. The correct option is 12, 36, and 108. The second option is the correct one, right? Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. So the next lesson is that is just a quick review, right, about the number sequences. So let's just do a quick review. We have done with arithmetic sequences and geometric sequences. Let's just start with some of the examples from arithmetic and some from the geometric, right? So for example, we are given with a sequence, right? That is 78, 73, 68, the missing number 58 and 53, right? So how do we find the missing number? Just look at the pattern, right? The pattern is decreasing. 78 minus 5 is 73. 73 minus 5 is 68. That means the pattern is decreasing by 5 every time, right? So just continue. 68 minus 5 is then 63. So the missing number is 63. Got it? Okay, the other example is 0, 2, the missing number 9, 14, 20, and 27. Okay, let's just see how the pattern grows, right? Okay, 0 plus 2 is 2, 9 plus 5 is 14, 14 plus 6 is 20, and 16 plus 7 is 6. 20 plus 7 is 27. That means the pattern is growing by each time you need to, the amount you add is increased by 1, right? So that would be then 0 plus 2 it would be 2 plus 3, so that would be 5. And yes, the 5 plus 4 equals 9, right? That means the missing number is 5. Both of them are the arithmetic sequences, right? Because you're adding and subtracting the same number to get the other one. Okay, excuse me. Okay, let's just do another example from the geometric sequence, right? Okay, so the example is 1, 2, 4, the missing number 16 and 32. So which is the correct option? Which number is missing? The numbers are the multiples of 2. 1 times 2 is 2, 2 times 2 is 4, 16 times 2 is 32. So that would be 4 times 2 is 8 and 8 times 2 is 16, right? Because here you got the terms by multiplying. If you get the next term by multiplying or dividing by a specific number, that would be geometric sequence. So that is the geometric sequence, right? So that is just a review about the arithmetic and geometric sequences. So now let's just start with the practice question. Let's just go to the lesson and start with the test question. Okay, type the missing number in the sequence. So which number is missing? Okay, let's see how the pattern is growing. 0 plus 0 is 0, 0 plus 1 is 1, 1 plus 2 is 3, 3 plus 3 is 6, right? That means the number you are adding is growing by 1. So for the next one, it would be 6 plus 4, that would be 10. Then you have 10 plus 5, that would be 15. And then 15 plus 6 would be 21. So yes, that is the missing number in the sequence is 10. The correct option is 10. Got it? Okay, which number is missing in the sequence? The numbers are the perfect squares, right? Perfect squares of 1, 2, 3, 4. So that means the next one would be the perfect square of 5. So the square of 5 is, that would be 25. So the next number in the sequence is 25. Got it? Type the missing number in the sequence, which is the correct option. That would be a geometric sequence, right? You can find the next number by multiplying by 2. So the missing number is, yes, that is 8. The missing value is 8, right? The correct option is 8. Okay, find the next number in the sequence. So which number is missing? Okay, so let's just see how the pattern is going. That would be 4 plus 2 is 6, 6 plus 4 is 10, 10 plus 6 is 16, 16 plus 8 is 24, 24 plus 10 is 34, 34 plus 12 is 46. For the next one, you have to add 4. So for 14, 46 plus 14 is, that would be 60. So the next number in the sequence is 60. Got it? The next number in the sequence is 60. Okay, type the missing number in the sequence. So which number is missing? The pattern is decreasing by 8, isn't it? So when you go back 8, the missing value is 86. Sorry, 86 minus 8 is 78. The missing number is 78. Okay, type the missing number in the sequence. The pattern is decreasing by, by 3, right? So that would be 59. Okay, type the missing number in the sequence. So which is the correct option? That is geometric sequence. The numbers are the multiples of 4. So which number is missing? They are the multiple of 4. So 64 times 4 is, that would be 256, right? So the next number in the missing number is 256. Got it? Okay, type the missing number in the sequence. So which number is missing? The next missing number is 5, it is, right? Because the number you are adding is increasing 1 every time, right? So that would be 2 plus 3 and the missing number is 5. Okay, type the missing number in the sequence. So which number is missing? The pattern is decreasing. The pattern is decreasing by 5. So the missing number is 63. Got it? What is the missing number in the pattern? The numbers are the cube of the numbers, isn't it? Yes, they all the numbers are the cube of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So the next number would be the cube of, Yes, they are the cube of the number. So the next one is 1000, right? Okay, we are done with the lesson. Let's just see the next lesson is write Milliber expressions for geometric sequence. The one we did earlier is for the arithmetic sequences, right? Now we're going to see how do we write for the geometric sequences. Let's just start with an example. Okay. Okay, you are given the sequence. You have to write down the equation that describes the sequence. The sequence given is -5, -10, and -20, right? You have to write down the equation that describes this relation, right? First, let's just understand the pattern. Okay, the numbers are, this is the first term. You can say a1 equals -5. And the next number is the multiple of 2. -5 times 2 is -10. -10 times 2 is -20, right? That means their common ratio r equals 2, right? R is the number you are multiplying with. So you have to use the formula that is n equals a1 rn, right? So a1 is rn minus 1, I think. Yes, it is. A1 is the first term of the sequence, that is -5. R is the common difference, that would be 2. And n minus 1 is, you have n minus 1. So that is the sequence that describes, that is 5 times -2 n. So the nth term of the geometric sequence is always a n equals a1 r n minus 1, right? That is the nth term of the geometric sequence, right? So let's just start with the practice questions. Okay. Write an equation that describes the sequence below. Use n to represent the position of the term in the sequence where n equals 1 for the first term. Okay, the sequence is -15, -30, and 60. Okay, let's just understand the sequence first. The first term is a1 equals -15, right? Okay, 15, -15 times 2 is 30, and 30 times 2 is 60. That means the common difference r is 2. The common ratio, not difference, right? So the nth term is an equals a1 r n minus 1. So that would be then a1 is -15, r is 2, n minus 1. So that would be -15, 2, and minus 1. That is the nth term of the sequence. Got it? So the correct option is -15 and 2, right? Okay, write an equation to describe the sequence below. Okay, that is very easy from the sequence. The first term is -2. So here you have -2, and -2 times 4 is 8, -8 times 4 is, that means the common ratio is 4. So that would be, the missing values are -2 and 4, right? The second option is the correct one. They are -2 and 4. Got it? Okay, so which is the correct option? Option number 1 is the correct one, right? They are 8 and 2. Okay, write an equation to describe the sequence below. Use n to represent the position of a term in the sequence where n equals 1 for the first term. So which is the correct option? So that would be 3 and 4, right? The second option is the correct one. Okay, write an equation to describe the sequence below. Use n to represent the position of a term in the sequence where n equals 1 for the first time. So which is the correct option? The first term in the sequence is 5, and you can get the each next by multiplying them with negative 2, right? So the missing values are 5 and negative 2, right? That is the correct option. Okay, write an equation to describe the sequence below. Use n to represent the position of a term in the sequence where n equals 1 for the first term. So which is the correct option? The first term is negative 9, and you can get the next term by multiplying. The common ratio is 2, right? So the correct option is negative 9 and 2. The second option is the correct one. Write an equation to describe the sequence below. Use n to represent the position of a term in the sequence where n equals 1 for the first term. So which is the correct option? The first term is 26, and the next numbers are the multiples of 2. The common ratio is 2, right? So the correct option is 26 and 2. Okay, write an equation to describe the sequence below. So which is the correct option? Very good. The second one is the correct option. The first term in the sequence is 4, and the each next numbers is the multiple of 4. So that means the common ratio is 4. Okay, the next one is write an equation to describe the sequence below. Use n to represent the position of the term in the sequence. So which is the correct option? The correct option is the first term in the sequence is negative 7, right? That is negative 7. So that would be negative 7. And negative 7 times 2 is negative 14, and negative 14 times 2 is 28. That means the common ratio, the R is 2. So it would be negative 7 and 2, right? So the missing values are negative 7 and 2. Option number 1 is the correct option. Got it? They are negative 7 and 2. Okay, write an equation to describe the sequence below. Use n to represent the position of a term in the sequence where n equals 1 for the first time. Okay, so the first term is a1 is the first term, that is 35. So here you have 35, right? And each next number is the multiple of 35 times negative 2 is negative 70, and negative 70 times negative 2 is 140. So that means the common difference is the ratio, the common ratio is negative 2, right? So the missing numbers are 35 and negative 2, right? The correct option is option number 2. Got it? Okay, we are done with the lesson and also we are done with the chapter number sequences, right? So we were working on grade 9 math. Chapter we're working on is number sequences, and the lessons we have covered today are variable, evaluate variable expressions for number sequences, mixed sequences, number sequences, mixed review, and write variable expressions for geometric sequence. So please make sure before the next session you can complete all the practice questions for the lessons we did today. So if you still need more help with any of the lesson, you can contact any tutor on the Skype. They are available from Monday to Friday, 5 to 9. Right? So that's all for today. If you have any question, you can please ask. I'm here to answer all your questions and confusions if you have any. No questions. Okay, that's all for today. See you in the next session.